Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Monday, December 10th, 2018. All right, so today, not a whole lot going on astrologically. In fact, a very quiet week in the astrology here this week. But we are in an important time. We did just have that new moon last Friday. So this early part of the week is great for moving some things forward. If there's been any new insights you've had since around Friday or new things popping up into your life, really good part of the week to start to implement these things. Now, with that being said, the moon is finishing Sagittarius today. So from the weekend, if there's been a bit of an expansive perspective or if you've just felt a bit inspired on any level, really good to cultivate this sort of inspiration or larger perspective to get in touch with that spirit for life and that freedom that invokes. So with Sagittarius, we do have a bit from yesterday as well, Mercury trining Chiron. So nothing major, but this early part of the week can be very healing, particularly about things maybe we're learning about or thinking about or even communicating. And the moon does pass over the south node today, making it great for becoming aware of some patterns we may have or some concerns we may have, that as we become aware of the mind there, we can do some releasing and create a bit of more freedom there in that sense. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Monday. So, again, we are using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. As you can see, we do use Ophiuchus, for example, which is where the sun is passing through at this time, the constellation of healing. Do check the link down below if you are new to the channel, because the signs are very different from mainstream astrology. All right, so most important thing this early part of the week is that we are in the crescent phase of the lunar cycle, of the lunar month that just started last Friday. So great time to slowly but surely build some momentum. Now the energies are of course still low, and we're not totally clear on what the new beginnings are in their fullest sense just yet. But if there's been any new insights, any new shifts of perspective since Friday, or any new things coming into your life, it's a great part of the week now to start to move that energy forward, slowly but surely. And in this context of Sagittarius, a great day for listening to that spirit for life. How can we listen to what inspires us? What gives us that sense of freedom and expansion? How can we change our perspective of life and of what's possible? And these types of qualities that we're developing are assisting us in these new beginnings. And another way of looking at it is, since that new moon was in deep Scorpio and Ophiuchus, this is kind of the metamorphosis stage. Sagittarius is coming out of the deeper energies to expand, all right, to see that top-down perspective, to listen to that spirit, to inspire, to listen to adventurousness, right? Things like this that can help move that energy forward. All right, but nonetheless, still a great time to be focused on the deeper dimensions of life, especially with the sun in Ophiuchus, Jupiter in Scorpio. Great time to see the deeper aspects of ourself, of life, things we can accept about ourself, of life. That does lead to that transformation, healing, and empowerment, especially if we're breaking any cycles, facing any fears through that deeper awareness. All right, so that's the backdrop. As you can see here, no major aspects going exact. In fact, there won't be any this week, but we will, of course, have these lunar activations. So today with the moon, the most important thing is that the moon is going to pass over the south node, which has recently shifted into Sagittarius. So new beginning in a monthly sense of here today. If there's anything that does arise that you may notice is a pattern, maybe an unconscious pattern regarding your spirit for life, your adventurousness, wanting freedom, great to be aware of that. And that's really as far as we need to go with the south node. It's about conscious awareness of these unconscious patterns, or you could even say karmic patterns, that now collectively we're resolving. And by resolving, it's being aware of it. And naturally in that process, we'll notice that these things, these patterns, these concerns are naturally being released. So great day to do that. Nothing major with this. It's just a good day for those kinds of spiritual perspectives of the self and of life there. All right, so that's the most important thing. And we are still coming off of this Mercury trine Chiron. So if over the weekend you did feel like anything that you were learning about was therapeutic or healing or thinking about or working with Mercury, Mercury is now direct, in fact. So, there's a lot of more forward-moving energy now with our minds, with things we're thinking about, with information. And so really great part of the week here, this early part still, for things that do involve this, right? So it could be reading, writing, drafting things, creating plans, communication, all of this likely flowing, but probably feeling a bit therapeutic or healing in some sort of sense. All right, and yep, that's the moon that's going to activate that. And the moon will be squaring up to Uranus on a very minor note in the later part of the day. So if you do feel a bit of restlessness or wanting some change, listen to that. It's great. Just be aware of that consciously and listen to that excitement and see how you can implement that in conscious and constructive ways. But again, nothing major. So that's the day in a nutshell. Most important thing I would say is, of course, the new moon energy coming out of that. Great part of the week for still new beginnings and implementing some of those new things or ideas. The theme of the day, as was over the weekend, great for expanding our worldview. That's spirit for life, invoking that. And with the South Node, I would say is the strongest aspect is becoming aware of if there are any patterns or concerns that through becoming aware of, we can release to create more spiritual freedom and peace in our life. All right, everyone, so have a fantastic day. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.